This is not your typical KOM attempt.
Whose idea was it to do a KOM of freaking 3,500 metres?
Suddenly, the scale of the place just sort of dawned on me how unforgiving it is. We are in the Himalayas, midway through the adventure of a lifetime, riding two of the finest gravel bikes on the planet, right through the heart of the mountain range in search of the forbidden kingdom of Low.
Yeah, we're making a film for GCN Plus, so make sure you head over to the GCN app so you can watch our adventure unfold.
Yeah, now, this place is not well known to cyclists, is it? The scale is incomprehensible to people riding on two wheels. Not even route planning apps like Komoot have much detail on the area, and on Strava, there are just a handful of segments in a huge radius. But there is one that starts just over there, and we want to claim it.
Well, we want to try and claim it, Si.
Over the previous 4 days, we tackled some of the most mind-blowing terrain on the planet. Starting in the hectic city streets of Kathmandu, we then rode through the Himalayan foothills until we reached the sacred Kali Gandaki River, which cuts through the mountains in what is the deepest gorge on Earth. At this point, the road pointed skywards, and we've been climbing almost relentlessly ever since.
The riding until now has been incredibly challenging and humbling, and it's only going to get a lot harder as we climb to over 4,000 metres in altitude.
That's right, so this segment is 18 kilometres long, an average gradient of 5%, and the current record stands at 1 hour and 37 minutes. So this is not going to be a quick win, Hank.
This is definitely not an easy one.
But I don't think even the Twig is going to come and claim this one back.
Wouldn't put it past him, mate.
By the way, if you want to know why Hank has a sword attached to his bike, you'll just have to watch the doc.
Yes, you will. Right, you ready, mate? Here goes. Here goes nothing.
Should we start with the bleeps, Hank?
100. It's only right, isn't it?
Well, I mean, this part of the Himalayas probably hasn't seen the bleeps
No,
before,
definitely not.
or heard them.
You ready?
Okay, yep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Here we go!
Oh no, I'm a bit nervous about this, if I'm honest, mate. Bloody hell, you started off quick. Downhill.
Both Hank and I have dropped our tyre pressures to the point where we're now having to go down hills a little bit steadily.
Yeah.
Because if we hit any rocks at speed, we're going straight to the rim. But then that's the beauty of running tubeless, big squishy gravel tyres. But this is still bumpy as anything, isn't it? You just want to try and smooth it out as much as possible.
What a climb, though.
Yeah.
You're going well, my man.
Thanks, buddy.
You're a machine.
Zone 2 training's paying off. Hank, can I hit you with some Nepali facts?
Well, you've teased me
I know.
for the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Go on, mate.
So, Nepal has the world's highest mountain,
Yeah, Everest.
the world's highest lake, the world's deepest lake, and the world's deepest gorge, as you know.
Wow.
Also, common one, this one, Nepal has 8 of the world's top 10 highest mountains. So there's just 2 in Pakistan that break into the top 10. That's pretty impressive stat. Then, some quirky ones. So Nepal is the only country whose time zone is not on the hour or on the half hour from International Standard Time. Yeah. So we're 4 hours, 45 minutes ahead of UK time. And then, whilst the date is 2023 to us, in Nepal, the date is 2080.
And that's because of the religion?
Yeah, that's the Hindu calendar. Speaking of which, Nepalese work a 6-day week. So Saturday is the day of rest.
Yeah.
Sunday is the first day of the week.
Wow.
But they do have 120 festivals where you can get a day off work. Now, that doesn't mean that everyone gets a day off on that festival.
100 days off, imagine.
No, so they're only relevant to different castes or different types of Hindus or Buddhists.
Yeah.
Nepal is the only country in the world whose flag is non-rectangular.
That I love that one. That's a good stat.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? What an awesome fact. What an awesome flag to have, in fact. And
so
then,
unique.
Yeah.
As the kilometres ticked by, we began to separate. My desire to get a KOM had me digging deep, while Hank seemed rather more inclined to soak up the ambiance.
I've got to say, long climbs are definitely not my forte. And Sai has a big old engine. So I know if I try and stay with him, I'll go into the red. In an altitude, you don't want to go into the red. Otherwise you're never coming out of it. But you can just see from my breath, over 3,000 meters, you really start to feel it. So for me, I've got to pace my effort and not go hunting for it.
This is not your typical KOM attempt, or not for me anyway. There's the length of it for one. There's also the fact that we've ridden 400 kilometers to get here, hence why our bikes are festooned with bags. One of the challenges of the trip has actually been packing, because we've had everything from 38 degrees and high humidity to up here at altitude. It's like -5 in the mornings and the evenings. Fortunately, as you can see, we're well catered for when it comes to clothing. So Rab, who are a legendary outdoor kit manufacturer with a heritage of mountaineering, have just branched out into cycling clothing. So they've helped to make this trip happen. They're no strangers to the Himalayas. Goodness knows how many people have worn Rab clothing and used their equipment to get to the top of 8,000 meter peaks. But here we are, taking their kit to slightly less extreme altitudes, but feels pretty extreme to us. I think Hank might have the right idea with the pacing strategy. I think in typical Simon Richardson style, I've gone off way too hard. I am actually wearing a heart rate monitor to try and stop me being too much of an idiot. But I'm just watching it climb and climb and climb. It's going up faster than our elevation, unfortunately.
It's f***ing horrendous. I f***ing hate climbs the best times. I'd rather walk up it and enjoy it. But when Sai sees a KOM, he's like a dog on heat.
As Hank said, this journey has been incredibly humbling. We came here having done loads of research, We're extremely experienced bike riders. We're not totally out of shape, but yet even so, it's been so challenging. The road riding, we were told not to ride from Kathmandu to Pokhara, but we thought we'd give it a go. And it was great, but you can see why people would warn us off. You have to go at the same speed as the buses, otherwise it gets pretty hairy. It's basically like being back in a bike race. And then when the roads ran out, we're sharing these dirt tracks with all the buses, all the trade. And these are people going about their daily business on roads we could barely get past. And then even up here, like, you're tootling along and you have a look over the edge and there's a 1,000-meter drop. You just think, life here is so extreme. And here we are, cruising through on gravel bikes. But I think it's good for the soul. And it's an incredible experience.
Whose idea was it to do a KOM of freaking 3,500 meters? My back size cruising.
I can see Hank. I think he's gaining on me. He's quite hard to pick out in his very cool olive green outfit. The Nepalese have nicknamed him Lowry because he looks like a British Gurkha. And he absolutely loves it, as you can probably tell by the massive knife on the back of his bike. Can I just say though, I have never ridden my bike in a place like this. I've never been anywhere close to a place like this. I realise when I'm on my own and there isn't a camera, I'm incredibly inarticulate when it comes to expressing my emotions. Every time I come around a corner, I just swear. That's my default. And occasionally, but it kind of sums it up. You get the idea, huh? I'm absolutely hanging. I just had to stop and put gloves on because it's so cold. I can barely turn the pedals. I think I'm getting close to the top, but I'm not sure. The trouble is, there's been a lot of road building up here. As you can see, this thing's incredible. And so actually, it's not matching up to what's on my Wahoo. But I think we must be getting close.
Heart rate, they seem to not be registering, which isn't a good sign. Sake, why do I have to do this? Why can't I just enjoy it? Why do I have to be competitive? We've had to take a lot of kit, which I have to say, doesn't make things easy. Current KOM holder. Did it in 1 minute 38, 1 hour 38. I hope Si's got it, because I definitely haven't. Corey Wallace is a Canadian cross-country mountain biker. Comes out to Nepal to train at the altitude, and I can see why. I mean, I've got to say, just getting up this is a feat by anyone's imagination. I mean, look at where we are. We're in the frickin' Himalayas.
Oh my days. Oh, that went from a KOM attempt to survival. 4,000 meters. Oh, what an incredible climb. Oh, I've got no idea whether I got the KOM. I'm not sure I really care at this point. Okay! Woo! You did it, buddy!
Sake. There's no need for that.
I've broken Hank! I've broken him!
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a first for GCN! Right, mate.
You Did you get it? I think you got the KOM, you know.
Bloody hope so.
Yeah. Oh, why would we have to do a KOM up that climb?
The guys have said that they didn't quite catch the last 3K, so if we could just pop down
that.
again.
Body double. Otherwise, I'll take my Gherkin knife, cut my leg off.
That bad. That was an epic climb, didn't it? But I don't know about you, mate. I feel like I'm on top of the world here, even though I'm surrounded by peaks that are clearly a lot higher. In cycling terms, this is about...
It's not as high as it gets, mate, if I'm honest.
Isn't it?
I've got to say, that climb was absolutely brutal. I mean, climbing altitude for one, and on rough terrain. But, I mean, look at where we are. So to get rewarded with that is quite something. And
we've got a descent to come, big descent to come, and I can just see a completely different landscape opening up again.
Incredible, really.
Ever changing, isn't it? Can you remember what we were told about prayer flags back in Kathmandu?
Yeah.
Go on, hit me with it.
Well, they each represent different things. So the green one's earth, the yellow one's sun, the blue one's ocean, the white one's the sky, and the red one's the fire.
Yeah, 5 elements, wasn't it?
5 elements.
There you go. I'd never known that about prayer flags, but there we go. That explains it. The 5 elements.
And they're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, and apparently the higher up they are, the closer to... How is it? God? Or is it Nirvana? Heaven. Yeah, the closer to heaven it is. There you go.
So we're pretty close now. Yeah!
Would you whoop at heaven at Nirvana?
Mate, you got to whoop everything.
I'm about to have a Snickers. That's about as close as I'm going to get to Nirvana right now. Tell you what, I'm glad to see you. There's something really unnerving about being out there, being on the limit. I just completely hit the wall. I've run out of food, pretty out of water. Suddenly, the scale of the place just sort of dawned on me how unforgiving it is. And now that we're losing the light as well, rather conscious that I've got to get get to our tea house for the night. But hopefully it's all downhill from here. Hopefully Hank's run me a hot bath. Should you do that?
After 2 savagely rough descents and another 10-kilometre climb, we finally reached our destination for the day, the remote village of Gami. As daylight faded, the temperature dropped to well below freezing, and I was paying for my efforts up the KOM. Hank, it turned out, had not broken. I had, and he patiently waited half an hour for me to finally arrive after the toughest 70 kilometres of our lives. We both had to wait a little longer for our results, though.
We've come down off the mountain in order to get some Wi-Fi to find out our results.
Yeah, what do you think we start with, Hank? The good news or the bad news?
Well, let's start off with the good news.
Okay, so the good news,
Yeah, come on.
did it in 1 hour, 31 minutes, which means we smashed
Yes!
the KOM by 6 minutes. Take that, Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bad news?
Well, so the road, it would appear, has changed so significantly since that Strava segment was created that actually it didn't recognise that we did the Strava segment.
Right.
Yeah, so I made a new one.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Come and get it, Andrew Feather. The bad news is that, unfortunately, we don't have a KOM on that either.
What?
But I did a little bit of research, and I think the 4 people that have gone faster all did it on motorbikes because they went at an average speed of 25 k an hour plus.
Which is not possible.
I don't think it's possible.
No. Are you going to flag them?
No. I don't feel like it'd be in the spirit of our overall journey to
Right.
go and start flagging stuff. Basically.
No, it's
But,
not our place, is it?
No.
We're visitors.
It's not. So we have tried to come com hunting in the Himalayas, and we failed.
Yeah.
But what an adventure it has been. Do make sure you head over to GCN Plus to check out the full film of our journey from Kathmandu
Yeah.
to the forbidden kingdom of Loman Thang. We've got to say a huge thank you to 3T, haven't we?
Oh.
These Exploro Race Max Italias, handmade for us in Italy, and we have utterly abused them, haven't we?
We have, I mean, I've gone down descents at 60 k an hour on pretty rough terrain. So I've got a, massive thank you to 3T for enabling us to do this.
That's right, they have not missed a beat. So once again, another GCN adventure has been made possible by them. So yeah, thank you very much. Now, do give this video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Like I said, make sure you head over to GCN Plus and check out that full film.
Yeah, don't forget, leave a comment if you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one.